Good morning to you all.
Morning, Chair and Commissioners.
Yes, Mr. Smith.
We are here to have the evidence of Captain Sewele, who, on our understanding, will be led by my learned colleague, Ms. Ranto.
Thank you. Ms. Ranto, you will be leading your witness.
Indeed so, Chairperson.
Thank you. Captain Sewele, are you going to take an oath or affirmation?
I'll take an oath, Commissioner.
Yes. Do you swear that the evidence you will give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? If so, raise your right hand and say, "So help me God."
So help me God.
Thank you. Ms. Ranto, your witness.
Thank you, Commissioners. Good morning, Captain Sewele.
Morning, Council.
In front of you, there's an affidavit deposed to by Magezi Freddy Sewele. Can I confirm if you have it in front of you?
Yes, I have it.
And that is the affidavit that was signed on the 7th July 2026. Is that correct?
Correct.
Thank you. Can you confirm if you are the person that deposed to that affidavit that is in front of you?
Yes, I am.
Can you also confirm to the Commission if you know the contents of the said affidavit?
Yes, I know.
And you confirm that that was on the basis of your knowledge, that which is in the affidavit?
Correct.
Thank you. Now, you informed the Commission that you are a captain in the South African Police Service, currently attached to the Crimes Against the State subcomponent. You
Correct.
confirm?
Correct.
And that is a subcomponent that falls within the Directorate of Priority Crimes Investigation,
Correct.
abbreviated as DPCI.
Correct.
In paragraph 3 of your affidavit, you state before the Commission that you deposed to this affidavit in response to the notice dated 26 February 2026 that was received from the Commission. You confirm receipt of that notice.
Yes, I did.
And then if I may confirm, you also indicate that the notice is annexed to your affidavit as annexure MFS1. Can you go to annexure MFS1 in front of you there?
Yes, it is.
Do you confirm that is the notice that you are talking about in paragraph 3?
Yes, I confirm.
Thank you. And before we go to your response to the said notice, may you briefly outline your career history in the South African Police Service to the Commission?
I have 30 years experience in the SARBs, served in the following capacities. I started as a constable at the uniform branch of Giyani Police Station from December 1992 to 1995. I later assumed the role of the investigator within the General Detectives Unit at Giyani Police Station from 1995 to 2000, holding the ranks of sergeant and warrant officer respectively. This was followed by my transfer to Limpopo Provincial Commercial Crime Unit in 2007 to 2008, whilst still holding the same rank of a warrant officer. In 2008, I was promoted to the rank of a captain within the same commercial crime unit and served as a group leader until 2010. I was then transferred to the DPCI Anti-Corruption Unit as acting provincial commander, holding the same rank until 2010 to 2014. In 2014, I was assigned to work at Crimes Against the State subcomponent based at his head office in Pretoria on a service arrangement to serve as a lead investigator on a South African Revenue Service SARS project. During or about February, March of 2018, I resigned from the service due to personal reasons and was later re-employed at the DPCI in 2021 on a contractual basis to assist with the investigation of the TRC related cases. My duties remain specifically focused on investigation of the TRC cases.
Thank you, Captain. Now let's proceed to paragraph 6, where you deal with the terms of reference of the commission. Now, in paragraph 6, you state before the commission that you advised or you noted during the evidence given by Mr. Ganda on the 3rd of March 2026 that the chairperson of this commission pointed out to Mr. Ganda that the issues raised in his affidavit did not fall within the terms of reference of the commission. Do you confirm that?
Yes, I confirm.
You further stated that this subsequently prompted my attorney of record, Mr. Lungelo Gumede, to address a letter to the evidence leaders with a view of establishing if this commission deserves to be burdened with the issues that fall outside its terms of reference. Do you confirm that?
Yes, I confirm.
In paragraph 7, you state that in response thereto, the evidence leaders appear to hold a different view from that of the chairperson and insisted that you should nevertheless appear before the commission to deal with Mr. Ganda's issues. You confirm that?
Yes,
that
I
is your
confirm.
statement.
I confirm.
And then, annexed to your affidavit, as it is reflected in paragraph 7 there, if you go up to page 4, you refer the commission to the 2 letters annexed as MFS2 and MFS3 respectively. You confirm that?
Yes, I confirm.
Perhaps if we can just go to MFS2 and 3, just to be on record that you are aware of those letters. MFS2, you have it in front of you.
Yes, I have.
And you confirm that you are aware of the contents of that letter.
Yes, I can confirm that.
And then there's MFS3, just after that one.
I can also confirm.
Thank you, Captain. And then in paragraph 8, I would like you to read on record what you stated in paragraph 8 there, please, Captain.
Notwithstanding the view expressed on my behalf by my legal representatives on the relevance of Mr. Ganda's evidence to the terms of reference, I have no intention to obstruct the Commission from doing its work and offer my assistance as requested.
Thank you, Captain. Now, if we may deal with the view that you held that this matter does not fall within the terms of reference of the Commission, perhaps if you could tell the Commission as to what was the reason behind that, what was your reason, or your reasons for that matter. You can mention 1 or 2 or 3 before the Commission so that they get to understand exactly what you meant.
The Commission deals with the interference, if there is interference or political interference into TRC matters. So in this case, this is an ongoing investigation. There is no political interference here. So,
if it is so, is there any other way that this matter could have been handled rather than being brought before the Commission?
yes, just a phone call to our office or to me or to the family to check as to what was the progress, since I'm reporting progress to the family. So I believe Mr. Ganda should have phoned the office just to find out as to how far are you with the investigation, or to contact a family member.
And then within the office, when you say you should have phoned the office, who specifically?
My commander, Colonel Pichwane. I report under Colonel Pichwane.
Okay.
So every month, or it's like every day, we are discussing about these cases. How far? He's also asking me how far are you with the case, and then I report progress to him.
And in your dealing with this case, as you will explain later, you said that you are investigating it after you were re-enlisted in the police, which means it would have been very recent that you started working on this case.
Yeah, this is this case was referred to DPCI in 2020, in November. That is why even the reference indicates so. It's a 2020. So it's still, I cannot say it's a new case. It's not an old case at all.
Okay. Thank you, Captain. Let's proceed to your involvement in the TRC cases. And then in paragraph 10 there, you can inform the commission, you can read out from your affidavit in terms of your involvement in the TRC cases, starting from paragraph 10.
I am currently the investigating officer in the inquiry involving the death of Mr. Joe Zingo Kabi that took place in Harare, Zimbabwe on the 31st of July 1981, registered under CATS Inquiry 4 of 11/2020. Mr. Kabi's murder, I'm sorry, Commissioners, Mr. Kabi's murder was allegedly committed by the former apartheid government's joint operation consisting of former Defense Special Forces, National Intelligence Agency, and the security branch members of erstwhile South African Police Service, while serving as the African National Congress chief representative in newly independent Zimbabwe.
Thank you. So, on your evidence, the death of Mr. Kabi took place in Zimbabwe, in Harare, to be specific.
Correct.
Okay. And then in paragraph 11, you inform the commission that shortly after being assigned the task of investigating the case of Mr. Kabi, in May 2021, you were introduced to his widow, who has since passed away in June 2025, Mrs. Orlia Kabi, and Mr. Ganda in Soweto, by the late Lieutenant Colonel Matipa. Is that correct?
Correct.
You further informed the commission that this matter was previously handled by Lieutenant Colonel Matipa.
Correct.
Paragraph 12, you state that on the 29th July 2021, you filed the statements of the witnesses, including Mr. Ganda, in the relevant document.
Correct.
So you confirm to the commission that Mr. Ganda is one of the witnesses in the matter that you investigate in relation to the death of the late Mr. Kabi.
Correct. He is a witness.
And you further explaining that coupled with the witness statements was a letter that was prepared and signed on the 10th of October 2020. You confirm? By both Mr. Kabi and Mr. Ganda.
Yes, I can confirm.
Earlier on, you testified that this matter was only referred to the DPCI in 2020.
Correct.
Now, if I may confirm with you, that referral was made by Mrs. Kabi and Mr. Ganda as reflected in paragraph 12.
Correct.
And you informed the commission that the said letter sought to request the Office of the National Director of Public Prosecution to investigate the circumstances surrounding Mr. Kabi's murder.
Correct.
And that is the letter that is attached to your affidavit as MFS4. If perhaps you can go to MFS4.
Yes, it is.
Okay. You confirm that's what you are referring to in that paragraph.
Yes, I confirm.
Okay. Paragraph 13, you mentioned to the commission that since Mr. Qabi's murder was committed outside the Republic of South Africa, a request for assistance in the said investigation requires or required of you to follow the mutual legal assistance standard operating procedures aimed at securing cooperation of authorities from foreign countries. And more specifically, you say in this case, it's Zimbabwe. Do you confirm that?
Yes, I confirm.
And then perhaps if I may just ask you to explain to the Commission as to what processes are followed when one gives effect to mutual legal assistance sort of request. How is it done in practice? Just to explain to the Commission.
Okay, Commissioners, if there is an offense which is committed in another country, an investigator must approach our National Prosecuting Authority, which is NDPP's office, with an application which is signed by the commander. In that application, you will indicate that we are requesting for mutual legal assistance. That is our office. So somebody will be allocated with our request from DPP's office. He or she will receive our application. In our application, we will file copies of the docket. They will prepare documentations. The documents will be then handed to a chief magistrate who will sign, and then later they will forward the said documents to national NPA head, who will also sign. Then the application will be forwarded to DERCO.
DERCO, what is, when you say
It's
DERCO?
the Department of International Relations. And,
Thank you, Captain.
yes.
Okay. And then who are role players in this process? You spoke of yourself and your commander. Who else outside the police?
We have national DPP's office, which is NPA. We also have Department of Justice and Constitutional Development. We also have a DERCO.
All right. And from your experience, how long does it normally take for that or request to be processed?
The request, normally, it takes around 2 to 3 months. That is according to the information, because I have asked after realizing that there is no response here. So they said, no, it takes normally 2 to 3 months to get a response.
Okay. Thank you. And paragraph 14 of your affidavit, you inform the Commission that on the 14th of September 2021, you forwarded an application that was signed by your immediate commander, Colonel Pitswane, to the DPP's office, requesting authorization for the MLA for the purpose of obtaining information relating to the death of Mr. Qabi from the Zimbabwean authorities. You confirm that?
Yes, I can confirm that.
And then that application, a copy of which is annexed to your affidavit as MFS5, is what you are referring to. If you may confirm, just go to MFS5.
Yes, I can confirm.
Yes.
This is an application from our office
Thank
to
you.
DPP's office.
And in paragraph 14, you also say that the very same application was subsequently acknowledged, or receipt of that application was acknowledged by Advocate Leonard on the 15th of September 2021.
Correct.
Okay, who's Advocate Leonard?
Advocate Leonard, she is working at DPP's office under Advocate George Baloy. She's the one who was assigned to prepare a documentation for MLA.
Okay. Thank you. And You then inform the commission that after the filing of the said application, you reported progress telephonically to Mrs. Gabi, who's now late, Mrs. Fraser Muleketi, and Mr. Ganda on the 15th of September 2021. You confirm that?
Correct.
Without perhaps getting into the details of what the investigation entails, you mentioned Mr. Gabi, we know, Mr. Ganda, maybe just for the information of the commission as to why would you have phoned Mrs. Fraser Muleketi?
Yeah, when I started an investigation, that was, I felt that since she's also a witness in this matter, I should call her and update her about the progress of the case.
Okay. So,
But
yeah,
I'm not bound. We are not. We only report progress to the family members. So that was my case.
okay. But you informed the commission that you would have informed her because she's one of the witnesses in the same case.
Correct.
Thank you for that. Let's go to paragraph 15. On the 26th October 2021, you state that you received feedback from Advocate Leonard informing you of the fact that the request had been signed by the magistrate. The same application was referred to the Department of International Relations and Cooperation by the department and was in the process of being submitted to the Zimbabwean authorities. You further state that you then telephonically reported progress on the status of the MLA application to the late Mrs. Gabi and Mr. Kanda on the 30th of November 2021. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then paragraph 16, you informed the commission on the 22nd of March 2022, you received a signed copy of the MLA and the email communication between the acting Chief Director, International Legal Relations of the Department of Justice and Constitutional Development, and Advocate Mfaku of the NPA, in which Mr. Botes confirmed that the MLA request was forwarded to the Zimbabwean authorities. Do you confirm that?
Yes, I confirm.
In that respect, there's an email correspondence that you attached to your affidavit as MFS6. If perhaps you can just go to MFS6.
Yes.
Can you confirm
yes,
that's
I
the
can
communication
confirm. I
that
can confirm
you're referring
this
to?
is- Yes.
Thank you. And then again, you informed the commission that that progress was reported to the late Mrs. Gabi at her home in Soweto on the 26th of April 2022, and subsequent telephonic update was also provided to Mr. Ganda. Do you confirm?
Yes, I confirm.
Paragraph 17, you state that after unsuccessful attempts to be provided with progress on the request made to the Zimbabwean authorities on the MLA, you visited the department on 22nd June 2022 to make further inquiries on the matter. You confirm that?
Yes, I confirm.
By reference to the department, can you tell the commission you're referring to which department again?
It's Department of Justice and Constitutional Development.
Yes. And you were informed by Mr. Botes that the MLA memorandum had since been forwarded to DIRCO in March 2022 with no feedback forthcoming. Do you confirm that?
Yes, I confirm.
Then can you tell the commission as to who Mr. Botes is?
He was an acting director for the Department of Justice and Development in Pretoria.
Okay.
He is the one who dealt with my application, our application.
Okay. Thank you. That's the same Mr. Botes that you're referring to in paragraph 16.
Correct.
Thank you. And then paragraph 18, you mentioned that since the MLA request was forwarded to DIRCO, you continued interacting with DIRCO's employees on various occasions. And then you proceed to say your unsuccessful attempts to get a positive feedback from DIRCO was also communicated to the late Mrs. Gabi together with Mr. Ganda throughout the investigation. You confirm that?
I confirm.
In paragraph 19, you state that in the period between 25 October 2023 and August 2025, I kept contact with Interpol South Africa to inquire if they had managed to get hold of their Zimbabwean counterparts to establish if there had been progress regarding our request for the MLA. And this was after having solicited their assistance due to lack of feedback from DIRCO on the matter. And you further say that sadly these two did not yield positive results. You confirm that is your statement.
I confirmed.
Okay. Paragraph 20, you stated that with investigations ongoing during this period, I was required to resubmit the MLA application. I was assisted by Ms. Martha Setoga. A copy of the letter acknowledging receipt from the department on 25 January 2024 is attached here to as MFS 7. I again visited the late Mrs. Gabi's home on 26 January 2024 to report on the challenges faced regarding the MLA request. You confirm that?
Yes, I confirm.
And perhaps if you can just go to MFS 7, just to confirm to the Commission that that is the correspondence that you're referring to in that paragraph.
Yes,
Can I confirm that?
I confirm.
Thank you. In paragraph 21, Captain, you further state that I thereafter reported same to Mr. Ganda on 5 February 2025 telephonically and requested a meeting with him. Mr. Ganda then informed me that he was out of the country and that I would be notified upon his return, but never did so to date. You confirm that?
Yes, I confirm.
In paragraph 22, you state that during the period between 24 May 2025 and 1st July 2025, I continue to engage with DIRCO employees without any success, and thus the request for the MLA from the Zimbabwean authorities remains unresolved to date.
Correct.
Now, we proceed to paragraph 23, where you deal with the allegations by Mr. Ganda. Paragraph 23, you state before the Commission that at the heart of the allegations made against me by Mr. Ganda is that I failed in my duties as an investigator in that there has been no meaningful progress in the investigation and the explanations provided to the family have been unsatisfactory. You confirm that is your statement?
Yes, it is my statement.
Now you proceed to paragraph 24. You state as follows: from the onset, I wish to point out that Mr. Ganda is one of the witnesses identified in the investigation of the killing of Mr. Gabi. This is based on what is believed to be his direct knowledge of the events leading up to the killing of Mr. Gabi in Zimbabwe. I wish to further mention that Mr. Ganda has, on previous occasions, raised his objections against my direct communication with Mrs. Gabi or any of her family members to provide feedback without his knowledge. Seemingly, Mr. Ganda viewed my direct contact with the late Mrs. Gabi or her family as going behind his back. So perhaps if you could explain to the Commission, why did you feel like that, as stated in that paragraph?
Commissioners, for the first time in my service to investigate a case where a witness will block me from communicating direct with the family members. I have never experienced such thing. It is for the first time. I have suffered a lot of harassment as well as intimidation, disrespect from Mr. Ganda himself. But I continued with the investigation because I was appointed to investigate and to help the family. So the issue of harassment, I once reported it to NPA that I'm facing this problem, and also to the family. And then NPA advised me not to report progress to him due to his conduct. They said I must deal directly with the family. because what he did to me is painful. I have never experienced such things in my life.
And how do you view such conduct of Mr. Ganda towards you as an investigating officer, Captain?
I think, Mr. Ganda, there is something that he knows and he don't want to tell me. And I felt that he just wanted to manage the investigation himself, that I must take instruction from him. And I've told him that no, we have prosecutors who are guiding us, who are telling us that, okay, now go and do 1, 2, 3. But Mr. Ganda didn't take it.
Thank you, Captain. Paragraph 25, you state that what I also need to mention is the fact that the close relatives of the late Mrs. Gabi appear to be stunned to learn that Mr. Gabi's matter has now been brought before the commission by Mr. Ganda. You confirm that?
Yes, I can confirm that.
And you proceed to say this, I was informed, was done without their knowledge, as no such mandate was neither sought nor granted by them in the first place. According to one of the close relatives of Mrs. Gabi, the last time they saw Mr. Ganda was during the funeral of the late Mrs. Gabi in June 2025. For fear of reprisal against the late Mrs. Gabi's relatives, I refrain from revealing the identities of those I have been interacting with, but willing to do so in confidence to the commission should that be necessary. Do you confirm that is your statement?
Yes, I confirm.
In paragraph 26, you state that notwithstanding Mr. Ganda's claim or claims of not receiving regular feedback on the matter, I recorded providing him with feedback on more than 13 occasions. These include the telephone calls and personal visit to both Mr. Ganda and the late Mrs. Gabi over and above my interaction with him via WhatsApp messages. Neither parties complained to me that my reports were unsatisfactory. You confirm that?
Yes, I confirm.
And then paragraph 27, you state before the commission to say, to date, I continue to interact with the late Mrs. Gabi's family to provide them with progress, and my last interaction before deposing to this affidavit was on 20 June 2026. There has since never been any complaint lodged by the late Mrs. Gabi's family members as I continue to give the investigation into Mr. Gabi's death my utmost attention. I therefore consider Mr. Ganda's accusations as a mere attempt to intimidate, harass, and frustrate the investigation into Mr. Gabi's death for reasons unknown to me. You confirm that is your statement?
Yes, I
Before the
confirm.
commission. And then in paragraph 28, in conclusion, I would like to read paragraph 28 up to 28.3 into the record.
In my capacity as the investigating officer into the death of Mr. Gabi, I made reasonable efforts to keep the late Mrs. Gabi and Mr. Ganda informed of the developments in the matter. These included the positive leads into the matter as well as challenges that arose during investigation. This is much attested to by the WhatsApp exchanges between Mr. Ganda and I as envisaged by the contents of this affidavit. I remain fully committed to this matter and continue to give the investigation into the death of Mr. Gabi unwavering indication and commitment without any fear or favor. I further remain committed to ensuring that all the TRC cases assigned to me for investigation receive my utmost diligence. This includes ensuring that the affected families receive regular feedback on progress made in the said matters.
The next paragraph, 28.3, the last one.
I have never been instructed or threatened by anyone to stop or delay the investigations into the death of Mr. Gabi or any other TRC-related cases.
Thank you, Commissioners. That is the end of the testimony by Captain Swele.
Thank you, Ms. Ranto.
Captain Swele, thank you for your evidence.
Sorry.
No, ask the question first. The will be after she has asked the question.
You've referred us to annexure MFS4. Could I ask you to go there? It's at page 2324.
Yes, I'm here, Commissioner.
Okay, so this is a letter written by the widow of Miss Garvey in October 2020. And she is writing directly to the National Director of Public Prosecutions, Advocate Shamila Batoy. Could you have a look at paragraphs 1.7 and 1.8 of that letter? At paragraph 1.7, Mrs. Garvey says, on 25th July 1996, the TRC heard testimony from the family and his ANC comrades requesting an investigation into his assassination. That's Mr. Garvey's assassination. Regrettably, nobody applied to the TRC for amnesty for the conspiracy to or his murder, or ever came forward to tell the truth. Now she's referring to his assassination in Zimbabwe in 1981. So that was about 39 years ago. And she says in paragraph 1.8, we have waited too long for the long arm of the law and the wheels of justice to take their course. Those who committed the offense and those who have information that can provide clues for a successful investigation are aging, and the risk of them passing on is high. It is a race against time to commence the investigation. I'm also an octogenarian widow and reside in Johannesburg. Now, it's your evidence that this matter was only referred to the DPCI in or about 2020, and it appears to have arisen, tell me if I'm correct, as a result of the letter from the widow of Mrs. Garvey.
Commissioner, I am aware about this letter and also the paragraph that you have
Right.
indicated. So now it is true from our office, DPCI only received this complaint in 2020. So I believe Mrs. Or the late Mrs. Kavi, she was referring to TRC investigators somewhere during 1996 and so on. So, but from our office, we only received it during 2020.
Okay. So when she says we have waited too long for the long arm of the law and the wheels of justice to take their course, are you able to assist this commission understand why an investigation of a matter that took place 39 years ago only came to the attention of the DPCI in 2020?
That one I won't be able to answer, Commissioner.
Right. Thank you for that. And the second question I have for you is, you refer in your affidavit to the TRC cases assigned to you. Now, apart from the death of Mr. Garvey, what other TRC cases are you dealing with?
Yeah, I'm also investigating the killing of the late Mrs. Ruth First in Maputo. I have also applied for MLA, and I'm still waiting even today. I'm also investigating the killing of Mrs. Skuon in Angola and her daughter, Catherine. I have applied for MLA. We are still waiting. I investigated a case of a woman who was killed by I don't know whether it was, I will say suspect in Soweto, Susan Maripa. I was the investigating officer of that matter. The matter was investigated, charges were drafted. Unfortunately, the suspect died last year. He died last year. I have obtained his warning statements and so on. Unfortunately, the suspect died last year. I am investigating the case of the murder of Mr. Isaac Mwofe in Toyando. The investigate is finalized. The matter is with the prosecutors. They are busy drafting charges as we speak. I've also received the directives that I must obtain warning statements. I did that. So I'm waiting for their response. We are meeting on the first week of August. I expect them to give me a feedback. I'm also investigating the killing of Mr. Kutumela in Polokwane. I'm also investigating the murder and the killing of Mr. Shikudu in Toyando. So those matters, I'm done. I've completed an investigation. So with the local matters, I don't have a problem because I can run, gather evidence, place the docket before a prosecutor, and they make a decision. We only have a problem with the matters where activists were killed outside the border. We are unable to get MLA. But I still believe that through diplomatic channels, this problem will be solved.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, Commissioner.
Ms. Moroka, any clarificatory questions?
None, Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Lukele,
Thank you, Chair. None from our side.
Ms. Ntambeleni,
Thank you, Chair. No questions for me.
Ms. Rukhoto,
Thank you, Chair. I also have no questions.
thank you. Mr. Vani,
No questions, Chairperson.
thank you.
Captain, can I just find out from you, now, because of this obstacle, are you able or are you not able to, say, for instance, go to Zimbabwe to investigate? Can you do that or can't you do that? Or have you done that or you haven't done that?
There is this thing, we call it 72-hour notice, Commissioner. We can go to Zimbabwe on a 72-hour notice. I proposed that to my commanders and the office. The challenge that we had is that even if we can go to Zimbabwe, this is a serious matter. We might go to court. Even if I can go to Zimbabwe, get this information. So without MLA, we are not going to, the information is not going to assist us. We need MLA. We must be authorized to go to Zimbabwe.
Okay.
That is the challenge.
Yes.
Yes.
And you point the finger at some maybe apartheid regime forces that assassinated Mr. Gabi. I'm not quite saying you must mention any names, but do you have any names?
Yeah, Commissioner, you know, a crime scene is in Zimbabwe. So I'm in South Africa. I'm only relying on the online search and little information that I'm supplied with. There is a progress in this matter. It's just that I'm not going to explain, okay, this is what I did. There is a very good progress. Here in South Africa, those members, what happened is that the former apartheid government employed agents in Zimbabwe and other countries like Namibia, Botswana, and Mozambique. So those agents were police officers there, but they were recruited by South African apartheid, the former government, to monitor, sometimes to kill. So projects were registered, and then they were able to cross the borders and work. So now, I have managed to get information. I have been to Department of South African National Defense Force. We wrote request letters. They've provided me with information. So currently, I'm busy profiling those individuals. So some are out of the countries. Some, they have died. They even died before this matter was referred to us. So, but those who are still alive, we must bring them back to South Africa. And that will also include extradition, because they are outside London, Britain, New Zealand. So those who are in the country, I have said at the beginning that no, we are taking instructions from the prosecutors. Those are persons of interest. So normally, we don't deal with them at first, because by doing so, we are making them to be aware that there's 1, 2, 3. We have got our own way of dealing with these people. So, but I have profiled them, those who are in the country and those who are outside the country, those who can assist. I have profiled them, not to say we did nothing.
Yes.
Yes.
And will you then go back to your commander and report to him that you have been before us, the commission, and maybe he could go to a higher office and eventually to take the matter up with the NDPP, new NDPP, so that the NDPP advocate Mutibi could liaise with DERCO to do something about this, because it seems that is the stumbling block. So you will report to him, and because we share your concern, and we share that maybe you are being blamed when you are not at fault.
Commissioner, my commander, Colonel Pichwane, is listening, he's sitting here. He came here to support me.
Okay.
So he's taking notes.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Mr. Soni?
Told that Mr. Gwala, sorry, Chairperson, we've been told that Mr. Gwala is being represented by Mr. Lukele. Or
Yes, Mr. Lukele has already
Oh.
indicated that he has no clarificatory questions.
Sorry, I didn't know. But there's Mr. Inchizana, who's on MS Teams, who
Yes.
represents Advocate McAdam.
Yes. Ms. Nchizana?
I've already indicated from the IT support that I don't have any clarificatory questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chairperson, on behalf of the evidence leaders, we have a few questions for Captain Serele.
Yes.
Captain, as Commissioner Gabriel pointed out to you, this matter, this incident happened more than 39 years ago. You accept that?
Yes.
Killing
Yes,
that is an issue.
yes, it's 40-something years now.
And you know, you accept it's a long time.
Yes, it is a long time.
Now, it was then reported to the NDPP at the time, Ms. Batoy, in 2000, about September 2000, am I correct?
I'm not aware of that. I only...
Well, that's the letter that was written.
It's
Captain.
2020.
Sorry, 2020, yes. You accept that that's when the letter was written and that's when the DPCI became involved.
Correct.
I just want to deal with a process or the process that is followed by the DPCI. Had the family not written to the DPCI, this matter would never have been on the radar screen of the DPCI. Would I be correct?
Unfortunately, I don't have... with regard to the matters referred to DPCI, which I don't have an...
Would the head of the DPCI be the person to raise this question with?
Yes, but myself, I'm just a foot soldier. I only deal with the matters which are reported.
Yes. Now, can I ask you to look at your statement? Your statement from paragraphs 23 to 27, you deal with the allegations made by Mr. Ganda.
Correct.
Now, I just want to deal with one aspect that I'd like to clear out. You make certain allegations against Mr. Ganda, and you say he seems to have some ulterior purpose or whatever. But at the end of the day, you accept that Mr. Gabi's family is entitled to know where the investigation is. You accept that?
Yes, I accept.
Now, you were told in the letter that was sent to you, and that is the Rule 33 letter that was sent to you, that's MFS 1. You were told about the more important allegations that were made in respect of yourself. Am I correct?
Yes.
And I'm going to refer you to, please turn to page 2315, which is page 3 of the Rule 33 notice to you. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Now you'll see it says that on the 13th of November, we received a response from the NPA's Advocate McAdam. Now you confirm that Advocate McAdam was involved in this matter.
I've noticed that he is the one who received this complaint.
You were not aware of his involvement?
No. Before I was not involved. Okay. I was not aware, but I only became aware because all the documents that is filed in the docket, I'm perusing those documents. That's where I came across the name of Mr. McAdam.
Now, when you reported to Mr. Ganda and the family involved, you communicated with them your exchanges with the various government agencies, am I correct?
Correct.
I want you to look now at paragraph 20. You say, after the investigations were instituted or he says, after the investigations were instituted, Captain Mahipa passed away and was succeeded by Captain Sewela. That's correct, am I right?
It is not correct. I didn't succeed him after I passed on. I succeeded him after I got promoted.
No, I think he said
Sorry,
he
after
passed
he did
away.
what? I didn't hear that.
I didn't succeed him after he passed away. I took over the investigation after he was promoted to Jimmy Stein from Pretoria.
All right.
So the paragraph is incorrect.
Okay. So, but you took over from him.
Correct.
All right. Then in paragraph 21, Mr. Ganda says this, and I want you to, I'm going to read each part to you, and I want you to confirm or dispute it. He says, I can confirm that since 2020, there has been no meaningful progress in the investigations. Now, you dispute that.
Correct.
Okay. Let me ask you then, what progress has been made since 2020?
I did a lot of investigation, and commissioners, this is a sensitive intelligence investigation. I'm not going to reveal here,
Okay.
but I'm prepared. Not here. I can explain what I did since I took over until now.
Okay. So the progress you are talking about is progress that is part of the sensitive investigation you have done.
Correct.
Okay. Let's look at what else he says. He says the explanations provided to the family have been unsatisfactory. That you dispute as well.
I dispute.
Then he says, set out below are some of the reasons provided to the family during the various follow-up engagements we have had with the investigation officer. Now, I want to deal with what he says, were your communications to him. In 21.1, he says, on the 23rd of May, during one of the several follow-up engagements with the DPCI, the investigating officer informed the Gaba family that their investigating efforts were frustrated by the state security agency. Did you tell him that?
Yeah, maybe he didn't understand me. Let me explain what we were looking for at the state security. At first, we requested for an appointment of a licensed officer who can directly deal with me or other investigators.
Okay, I just want to, I don't want to stop you because you're entitled to answer the question, but my question is directed at what you told Mr. Ganda. That's what I'd like you to answer first, then you can tell us what you did which you hadn't told.
Okay, maybe the word that he used here, frustrated, it's incorrect. I don't remember talking to him and tell him about frustration. I only talk about a delay, not a frustration.
Let's start off with the State Security Agency.
Yes.
You told him that you had approached the State Security Agency, or the State Security Agency had approached you.
I approached them.
You approached them, and
Yes.
you told Mr. Ganda that.
I've told him.
Sorry?
I've told him.
Right. So you told him you had approached the State Security Agency.
Correct.
What else did you tell him about your interaction with the State Security Agency?
It was about the defense force. You mean about, can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
I say, okay, so you know the allegations is made, and my questions are based on that. So the question I want to ask, you see, he says, you told him your investigations were frustrated by the State Security Agency, which denied you access to declassified archives of the country's intelligence services. That's what he says.
I think he is wrong. I said to him, there is a delay in an appointment of a licensed officer so that we can get files from the state security.
So I'm going to go piece by piece. Therefore, he is lying when he says you told him that you were denied access to this information.
No, I won't say he was lying. I'm saying I have told him he is right, but the way he put those words here, it's wrong. Me and him, we only discussed about the delay, not frustration.
No, but there is a second aspect. Let's accept that you didn't tell him that you were frustrated, that they were frustrating you. Important question is, were you denied access to this information by the State Security Agency?
No, you know, when we talk about SSA, it's not like any other office. They deal with serious matters there. So it is within their rights to make sure that correct procedures are followed before they can give or hand information to the investigators.
You accept, Captain, that even the State Security Agency is subject to the truth. You accept that?
I accept.
You accept that your communications to them may be confidential and you can say you don't want to disclose them. But if there are communications that are made, you accept that those communications, barring those that are confidential, are subject to the truth.
I accept.
So now this is my question to you. Forgetting how they work, the true position, according to Mr. Ganda, was that you told him that they were denying you access to the archives of the country's intelligence services.
No,
Did you tell him that or no?
You see, commissioners, I cannot be granted an access into state security
No,
files.
Captain Suwela, the question is, did you tell him that you were denied access or not?
No, I didn't tell him. I didn't.
So therefore he's lying.
Yes, he's not telling the truth.
Sorry?
He's not telling the truth.
That means he's lying.
Yes, he's lying.
Right. Now, and that's why I specifically went to the part of your statement where you deal with the allegations. You know, the heading to paragraph 21 to 27, you say allegations by Mr. Ganda.
Paragraph 23, Mr. Soni.
Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. You see that?
Yes, I see.
Now, you don't address those allegations that I've read to you now. And that was part of the allegations, because those are the allegations that that you are responding to.
Yeah, my response is that, commissioners, I did not fail.
You didn't?
I did not fail my duties.
No, that's a different issue. We are talking now about the allegation which you responded to in general terms. But I'm asking you, and I'll tell you why I'm asking, Captain. One of the issues before this commission has been that the NIA has been involved in this process to be a barrier to some of the investigations. And what Mr. Ganda is saying appears to support that. And I'm just trying to test it.
Ask Mr. Mr. Sony to give specific reference when he makes a statement like that to what is he referring to? When he says that the NIA was an encumbrance, where is that in the evidence and which document is he making reference to?
Chairperson, can I just say that that question arises from a series of questions that Mr. Varney has been asking about the involvement of the NIA, and that has been a theme he has pursued in many of, with regard to the, all the witnesses or all the persons who participated in the proceedings of the interdepartmental task team. And he kept questioning the need for example, the NIA to be involved in that process. So I'm just pursuing that line of thinking that Mr. Varney has been pursuing, so that eventually when a decision needs to be taken, whether the concerns he has raised are valid or not, one can also put this onto the
Yes,
scale.
but is it fair to put that question to this witness?
Chair, and over and above that, I accept what Mr. Vani has been asking about the presence of the NIA. I must be directed to that specific assertion that Mr. Soni is making, because I don't recall Mr. Vani making that assertion. Mr. Vani putting it to the NIA witnesses, the assertion that Mr. Soni is making now. If that is so, we would want to see where he is getting that from.
Chairperson, may I deal with it, because all I want to work out with this witness is what is it that the SAA, what was the attitude of the State Security Agency to the request for information?
Yes,
That's a
deal-
matter
deal
that
with
was
it in
raised
that
by Mr.
fashion.
Glenn. It is in that fashion.
Yeah.
My apologies, commissioners, and I'm not, I don't want to interrupt my senior, but I'm quite concerned because the witness has actually indicated that he's restrained from revealing a lot of information because of the sensitivity involved in this investigation. And I am worried that the line of questioning seems to be probing as to ins and outs to some extent. And I think what the witness also indicated was that at some point he stopped interacting with Mr. Ganda. Whether he was right or wrong, he put it on record that he was advised not to. For the reasons, I don't think it would be fair for us to even want to probe further. I'm quite concerned because the witness has indicated that the matter is sub judice, it's at a very sensitive stage, and I'm very worried about the line of questioning in terms of getting deeper into this, commissioners.
Yes,
But I don't want to sound like there's something that we're hiding, but I think we should be mindful of that.
Yes.
Commissioners.
Thank you, Ms. Ranto. Mr. Soni?
Chairperson, I can't take it any further except to say that when one looks at all the evidence about why these cases have not been pursued timeously, this is a factor that remains. And on behalf of I'm not going to say all the evidence leaders, but on behalf of the evidence leaders, I would suggest that this is a matter that can't be swept under the carpet. There is an allegation made, and the witness confirms that he raised the presence of the SSA. And all I can do is try and pursue it to the
Yes.
fullest. It may be of make weight significance at the end of the day, but it would not be appropriate for us as evidence leaders to leave it unattended.
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Vani, my problem is it seems
Mr. Vani or Mr. Soni?
Mr. Soni, sorry. Mr. Soni, my problem is I follow because this is a report by Mr. Ganda, and the issue, an aspect of the issue is what did the witness tell Mr. Ganda? And what Mr. Ganda is saying here, is it correct? It is different from what the witness may say as to, in his interaction, what was the problem when he interacted with the state security agencies, because it seems that part of the problem was the declassification of certain documents. I think if that clear distinction could be drawn as to what he agree with what Mr. Ganda says, and if need be, if he has to go into that, or to the extent that he can go into this aspect, what really was the problem with the state security agencies.
Commissioner,
that is just my
yes,
problem.
And Commissioner Como, with respect, you're absolutely right. But the real issue is, did the state security agency act in a manner that hindered the progress of the investigation? That seems to be what Mr. Ganda is saying. And perhaps I should just pursue that part with the witness.
Yes,
as
I think
to
you
the
should
role.
pursue that part of your questioning.
Yes. Sorry, Captain, can I ask you this? There was a communication between you and the State Security Agency about this investigation. Am I correct?
Yeah, correct, there was.
Wow. What was the purpose of that communication?
It was to request operation files.
In the possession of the SSA.
Correct.
And what was the response to that request?
Yeah, the response was that they are still looking for the files. We gave them a list of files, not one. So later they responded, they've replied, they've supplied us with a statement to say the files that we were looking for is not in their positions.
All right. So we know now that you asked for the files. They agreed that they would provide, or they agreed they would consider it, and they came back to you and says they don't have the files.
Correct.
Can I ask you, with the presence of the files, and you don't have to give anything that's confidential, with the presence or absence of the files, play a role in the progress of the investigation?
Yes, because if a project is registered, we need project files in order to continue with our investigation.
And if you had the files, the investigations would be speeded up.
Correct.
And you don't have the files.
No, we don't have the files.
And is that the SSA's final word on those files, that they don't have the files?
Yes, we have two statements, one submitted by a licensing officer and the other one submitted by the acting director general.
So you would have to find other means of getting that information.
Yeah, as I've indicated, that the investigation is still ongoing. SSA is not the only place where we are also looking for information.
Now, just finally, again, as I say, I don't hold any brief for Mr. Gander. It's just that a matter relating to a delay in the prosecution of possible or suspected perpetrators has been delayed unduly, even after it reached the DPCI. May I ask you this? When can the family expect that this matter, the investigation, would be finalized and sent to the NDPP?
I am unable to give you.
You're
the-
asking a foot soldier.
Sorry.
You're asking a foot soldier.
But
Sorry,
he is the
Commissioner.
investigator.
Okay.
Ms. Ranto?
Commissioners, I am concerned. I think we are getting to where we want the witness to even tell we're about to arrest, we're about to do it. And that is why I'm really concerned in terms of the progress being disclosed. I think the witness has indicated that there is progress. He stated under oath that he's been informing the family there hasn't been any complaint. He has also put it on record that he was actually advised not to continue to interact with Mr. Ganda, right or wrong, but Mr. Ganda is on record. He's not a
Yes.
family member. And I think if we want to know how far and when, that's why I'm really concerned, commissioners.
Mr. Soni?
Chairperson, that's why I drew the distinction between the fact that I hold no brief from Mr. Ganda, but the matter is before us. And at some level or the other, in the report we make, we will have to deal with
Yes.
where the president, and of course, the witness can say, I can't tell you.
Yes.
But it's just that it would be incomplete in terms of cross-examination not to seek certainty where there may be some certainty.
Captain Siwela, are you in a position to indicate when these investigations will be completed?
Commissioner, I am not. As I've indicated that we might go outside, like Britain, London. So that it needs time. I believe NPA must apply for extradition of some of
Yeah,
them.
you don't have to repeat.
Okay, thanks.
I have no further questions, Chairperson.
Perhaps just to assist the commissioner, the NPA, or I think Mr. Gwala, I'm not so sure if Mr. Wikele is able to assist, but there was a report by Advocate Shapnam Snaidu, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, but the one that works with the team of Captain Siwela, so made a sort of a presentation to the commission in terms of progress. So perhaps if the commission would be furnished with that kind of an overview of the progress without really getting into the details of each and every matter, perhaps it's a matter that we can discuss with the NP if they're in position to
Yes.
make some presentation available. But I'm really worried about the nitty-gritties of.
But the witness has already responded, Ms.
Well,
Ranto.
in that case, commissioners, I suppose.
Thank you.
Chair, may I just ask that we sit a little long? I understand we have gone past the tea break,
Yes.
but maybe to explain the rest of the day.
Yes, before you do that, let's allow Ms. Ranto an opportunity to re-examine her witness.
Commissioners, there will be no re-examination of the
Thank
witness.
you.
Thank you, commissioners.
Yes, Mr. Siminya.
Okay, maybe the witness will be excused and then I
Yes.
explain.
Captain Siwele, thank you very much for having come to this commission to give your evidence. You are now excused as a witness.
Thanks, Commissioners.
What I sought to do, Chair, is to announce so that we had a witness who, in terms of our calendar, was scheduled to give evidence today. That would have been the former Minister Nhleko. I'm advised that for medical reasons that is no longer possible. We'll have to advise the commission later when that can happen.
Yes.
There is also the application for postponement.
Do we have a medical certificate for Mr. Ntleko?
It's a little complicated, Chair. I would not want to compromise him at this hour before we have a full report. As we know, he would have undergone some medical procedure. So when he will recuperate from that is another debate, which I don't want to forestall.
Yes.
Yes.
So his appearance is then postponed to a date to be determined?
Correct, Chair. The other item on the agenda would be the postponement application from Sithole.
Yes. Ms. Ranto?
Commissioners, we were not made aware that we would have to move that application before the commission
Yes.
this morning.
We
have
do
put
have
it,
papers
yes.
on
so-
behalf of Lieutenant General Sithole.
I beg your pardon, Chairperson.
We do have an application for a postponement made on behalf of Lieutenant General Kehla Sithole by the State Attorney, Mr. Lunyelo Kumet.
Can confirm that, Commissioner.
Yes.
please, please.
You
The
are
reasons
aware
are
of
set out.
that?
We are aware, the reasons are set out there. I can confirm that I have interacted with the evidence leaders before even the application came about, just to make them aware of that which was coming. So it's not a secret, Commissioners, that we are aware of
Yes.
the application.
Yes. I'll tell you what my concern is. There is no indication when the supplementation of his evidence is going to be made. And as you are aware, this is a time-barred commission. We cannot leave things hanging without having to be given an indication of when his supplementation is going to be presented.
Commissioner, Chair, if you would have noted in the application that it is indicated that the subs, current legal representatives were faced with what we call ethical dilemma. When you're in the process of consultation and you get to be advised that there's another representation, that the evidence leaders are aware, there's another person that was also communicating with them, and we become aware also belatedly, we obviously could not proceed with the consultation. That's what is indicated there. So if the commissioners were to ask me as to when, unfortunately I cannot assist the commission because I'm not even so sure if my instructions or our brief will continue beyond that which is stated in that, because those issues must be resolved, and then once General Sithole is of a different feeling, it might well be that our brief is going to be terminated and then somebody else continues. So at this point in time, Commissioner, I think it's rather unfair to say that I should commit, because I'm not so sure to what extent are we going to be interacting with General Sithole.
Yes. Mr. Siminya?
If the postponement is not pursued, Chair, that would be the business of the Commission's day.
Yes. But what do we do with regard to the legal dilemma that has been adverted to by Ms. Ranto?
Well, the binary issue is he is legally represented by counsel in the Commission. Whether he would prefer to be represented by somebody else plus, it's an issue that only the police can resolve. I can offer any solution to it, Chair.
But,
Yes.
Chair, but perhaps one thing that has to be put on record is that the evidence leaders were also involved with the consultation of General Sithole. Probably that's what complicated the whole thing, because initially he stated in his statement that so I think he makes mention of Advocate Semenya in his affidavit that we were not involved in. So we're trying to say to the chair that it should not be like something that is seen as something that has been occasioned by the involvement of the SAPS now recently. General Sithole has consulted with evidence leaders before. So the issue is not as simple as that, but it's a matter that can be obviously sorted out. But we want to simply put it on record that the evidence leaders were also involved with General Sithole at some point.
Yes. I'll reiterate my concern. My concern is the fact that there is no indication when his affidavit is going to be supplemented. And there is currently the legal dilemma of which counsel is going to attend to the preparation of the supplementary affidavit. When do you, on your side, anticipate that will be resolved?
Commissioner, from our side, we can just say that we have to take instructions from the state attorney in terms of who will be proceeding. I think we'll revert to the evidence leaders as soon as we've obtained instructions. We'll do it
Yes.
immediately after the commission sitting today, and we should be able to revert to the
Yes.
commission by tomorrow as to what the real position is. Whether
That-
there's progress or not, we will
That
provide
will be
feedback.
appreciated.
Noted, Chairperson.
Yes. That will be appreciated if you can revert to the evidence leader with regard to the resolution of the legal counsel issue.
We will certainly do that,
Yes.
Commissioner.
The matter of former Minister Nhleko is postponed to a date to be determined, and the matter of Lieutenant General Kehla Sithole is also postponed.
Sorry, Commissioners, he is general. He was the former national
he's
commissioner. He's
general.
general. Yes,
The
Commissioners.
matter of General Kehla Sithole is also postponed to a date to be determined.
Thank you, Commissioners.
These proceedings are adjourned until Monday at 10 o'clock.